button, and I'll watch
You
Raph.
firing? Are we recording? Joe?
Yeah. Oh, yep. Sorry, I just started recording, and I'll watch Raph if you want to watch Miranda.
Yeah, I'll do Miranda. Sure.
Yep. Cool. All right, everyone. Welcome to our first match of the day. Rafael F. Prudent versus Miranda L. Black Canary. Raph did stick to the Simic, it looks like. Has the Scrapwork cohort. So he is doing the little white splash. He's looking at a 2-land keep. And he's going to take it. He can play most of his hand. How's Miranda looking?
Yeah, she's got both her colors, 3 lands, 4 spell, very keepable hand. She's got a Traumatic Revelation, which is good in your opener. She's got the Draw Skull Bomb from
Nice.
1, which brings a card back from your graveyard, calls itself. She's got Cauldron's Gift, which also brings a creature back from her graveyard. So it does seem like she's doing some serious reanimation here. Not
And
sure how good those are in your opener, but
it makes sense with all her big creatures. Like, if they die, she probably wants to be able to replay them again and again. Raph has Experimental Augury. He's got Bite Down. He's got the Invasion of Pyulia, Scrapbook Cohort, and Sailback. So he's got 3 2 drops. One that can find him another land if he needs it, which he might.
well, that's the big problem with Miranda's hand. There's one creature, it's a 6 drop.
Oh,
It's
see.
a Sky 5 Engulfer.
Yeah, I think.
Interesting. A few of these are cards I did not see in their native formats very often. So it's an experimental build, I think.
Yeah, I think she's probably going to want to be cycling that thing away. Ooh, Raph does find his Wing Commando on this scry. So that's probably coming down next turn.
The Wilds, which she could use to sack the skull, the Dross skull bomb, and create a 3/3 and just start swinging out
You
immediately.
know, I don't hate it. I don't hate the early aggressive play because Raph would actually have a really hard time dealing with a 3/3. He's got the bite down, so he'd have to play Wing Commando and then bite down the turn after.
So just gonna play the Traumatic Revelation instead.
Yeah, it's probably a better call. What do you take here?
Cohort to the graveyard, maybe,
I
but then
mean, I think I might just take the removal spell. Then he's got nothing. Oh, you have to
uh,
choose a creature in
it has
battle.
to be a creature or a battle.
Yeah. All right.
So she's
Then.
looking at either the cohort or
Yeah, and Raph with no way to cast that anytime soon out of the graveyard. Has she drawn anything she can start to deploy here against Raph?
she still has the Brave the Wilds, which she could bring in with the bargain to make a 3/3. Otherwise, no, she's got a Stalwart, which is a ramp creature, although it needs another creature or artifact to do that ramping. So she's still pretty far away from her only real creature here, which is a 6 drop.
And Raph is. I mean, he could flip the battle next turn if he really wanted to. Um, I doubt he'd waste a spell just to do it though. But he also has experimental augury, so he can make the commando a 3/3. If he finds another spell, it's a 4/4.
Yeah, so we're going to see the Stalwart. Can't be used this turn. And sacrificing the Skull Bomb, I don't think gets its draw.
No, I
It
don't
looks
believe
like we're
so.
just not casting this for the bargain.
Hmm.
She needs the Skull Clamp to be able to use the Stalwart for ramp. So yeah, we're getting a little bit closer. 2 turns away from the 6 drop.
Raph did just draw Turn into a Pumpkin, so she spends her next 2 turns just setting up a 6-drop.
It's going to go right back to hand.
It might be a little disappointing. And Raph also has the bite down. He could fight the 1/1 if he's really worried about her getting the mana.
It would also allow him to flip the battle this turn.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty back-breaking play, honestly. Honestly, knowing what Miranda's got. He's looking at a Brawler, a Forest, and a Coastal Bulwark. Takes the Forest.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm surprised he
He
didn't take the
must.
2-drop. I mean, he didn't have a land in hand. He does have the 5-drop Sailback.
Is the bite instant speed? Yeah,
Yep.
it looks like go right now with that.
Yep, he's going to do it. Next turn, he can play the Sailback either with haste or he could have killed the Skull Bomb, but she's just going to cycle.
Yeah, well, since the stalwart is dead, she doesn't need the skull bomb anymore.
Yeah, this is going to get it on hand real quick if she can't deal with.
No, she picked up a Stormcelt Vanguard off of the skull bomb that can destroy an artifact, which Raph does have a lot of,
He
but
does.
it's also a 6-drop.
And he draws his rare officer that turn, so
Oh no.
it's going to be real tough here.
Well, we got a 3-drop here, but can't actually block anything successfully on the board.
No. And he still has the turn into a pumpkin, and he has the Sailback, which I believe can destroy an artifact on ETB.
Yes, it doesn't seem great. Miranda's currently considering she's going to scry away a land, and she's got Ayara, Widow of the Realm, on top. I think that's going to get scried away as well, though.
Yeah, it's just too slow here. She
I
needs
think so.
something. She needs interaction, or yeah. Here comes the Sailback. Take 8.
Do you even kill it here, or do you give the sailback haste, right? That's an option.
Yeah, that is an option. She probably has to block either way.
No. Yeah, it probably doesn't make much difference, I guess. 1 extra point of damage by killing it.
Straight hands, he says. He keeps saying this. Straight hands.
Perfect.
Um, yeah.
Edgy.
I mean, it was just Miranda had a 6-drop in hand, and Raph had 2, 3, 4 plays. It's tough to come back.
Yeah, she had multiple 6-drops in hand, which is what I said looking at her deck originally was, does she have enough ramp against the kind of decks you're likely to see in a 6-pack draft?
He
Yeah,
did
you
keep
just,
a Modi with no 6s. I guess the only way to activate it is with Stolen by the Fae. But yeah, it looks like he's pretty much Simic. He's got 1 Plains and the Evolving Wilds to find it. Yeah, he's just a nice little Simic deck. Lots of 2s and 3s.
yeah, we have a slight blue splash on Miranda's side, but nothing crazy. It's a Inga, the Zamon and Dina. She's also kept a Weakstone Subjugation. Those are the only blue cards I'm seeing. She does have a lot of 1 and 2 drops, although I guess we did actually see some of these 1 drops in that game. They just didn't do anything.
Yeah, Spellbomb is it's if you're relying on 6-drops, Spellbomb's not doing much till like turn 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, she's thinking about cutting it right now. She's also thinking about cutting the Cauldron's Gift. So both of the reanimators, she's wondering,
Makes
are they
sense.
just too slow here?
Raph, I don't
I
think
mean, I
would.
think they might be too slow against almost any deck in this format. But
Maybe if she had some big cycling creatures, that she was
yeah,
cycling on 2 and 3 and getting them back. Raph made no changes to his deck. He liked the way it played out.
yeah, you got to be happy with that. All right, so Miranda's taking the play here.
Good
All right,
call. Oof.
This looks a lot better this time. Once again, 3 lands, all her colors. A couple of 1 drops, the Stalwart, that Battlefly Swarm, which is a 1/1 flyer that I think can give itself Death Touch. Her highest is a 4 drop. It's the Spider from Bro that you can sacrifice an artifact to kill a creature, I think.
Man, Raph has one plains in his deck, and it was in his opener. It was a plains and an island, no forests. Now
Oh
it's
no.
2 forest and the plains again, no blue. And he has 2 blue cards, a Witching Well and a Shore Up, and then an Evolving Adaptive. So he has, as of right now, just a 1 drop that he can cast, and then the rest of his hand is uncastable.
All right, we picked up the Argothian Sprite, which I think she can also play here using by tapping
Oh,
everything.
yeah. Raph's gonna have a real hard time if he doesn't find blue mana real quick. He does find Gaia's Gift, which is something.
Okay, so can even play though the spider right now if Miranda wants. I'm not sure what the sack requirements are. Does it need an artifact or can it also sack a creature?
I think it's permanent, but it's been a minute since I played Bro.
So that is a way to get this adaptive off the board,
Yep.
but can also just play an automatic librarian, get a scry.
I mean, if she goes for that, it probably gets the gift out, which I believe gives hexproof. Uh, but it looks like she's just gonna start swinging. Raph is gonna block and gift. The only castable card in his hand. He still has a Shore Up, a Witching Well, a Plains, and a Forest.
Uh,
But now he doesn't have protection for the Spider. I guess he's got the Shore Up, but he needs the blue mana.
Okay, so we're scrying. We've got a blue-green tap land from Dominaria, and we've got a 6 drop Pallbearer, a Gnarl Root Pallbearer. Okay, she's leaving both on top from the looks of it. She's going to keep the tap land for next turn, and then the 6 drop will be castable the turn after that.
And Raph is lost in the woods. Another forest off the top. Doesn't want to show the plains.
Wow, aggressive attack here.
Yeah, he's got nothing. What is it? I guess he gets a counter for everything. Yeah, he's got nothing to back it up. A real switch from the first game, right? Raph
Yeah.
on the front foot early. Now it's Miranda.
Yeah, and this 6 drop coming next turn should just close the door if Raf can't start casting spells.
Yeah. Even if he draws a blue, he's probably just playing a Witching Well, which isn't doing a ton here. And he draws another blue
Joe.
card. It's a good one. It's the officer, the flyer, but
And Miranda chose not to cast the spider that turn. She could have done so by not attacking with her 2/1/1s.
she probably just doesn't care about this 2/2, right? She's like,
Yeah. And this buffs a creature on ETB, so she's going to want to cast the pallbearer pre-combat and target the librarian.
yeah, and Raph's gonna have. I mean, we know his removal is mostly fight spells, so he's gonna have a real hard time taking care of that. Like he can maybe draw bounce for it, but do you really want to bounce something that buffs and has an ETB?
I mean, you're probably doing it here because you're just dead next turn.
Yeah, he finds the convert, but I think it's just too slow. So next turn he can have 1 blue at the cost of 2 life. Ugh.
Oh, well, not even. We've just drawn an artifact removal spell. Although we'll see if it's the Vanguard, so could cast it as the adventure, remove the artifact.
Mm. Or he could just cast it as the 6 drop.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's the better play here at this point. Could also cast the spider now and just clear the way.
Yeah, get in for 8. Or you just attack in anyway, make a block. Oh, angry cookie, angry donut.
This is really showing me how much I need to improve my emoji game.
Oh, it's all about the stickers. Another forest off the
The
top.
stickers.
Oh, I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
there we go. Two one-sided matches. The play just totally dominant so far.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, Raph mulliganed away the first hand that was very similar. Kept that second hand. Oh, that one plains in his deck. It's just crushed him. And he has a pretty even split: 11 islands, 11 forests. So just unlucky. Just looking at his sideboard a little more intently after that game. Yeah, no changes from Raph. All right, a game 3. All right, Ref's got a nice little hand here. He's got both his colors. He has the Witching Well again, which he can play on turn 1 to kind of smooth out his draws. Only one creature, but it's the Hollow Scavenger, so he can, make a food. He's got the Mightstone animation if he wants to make that food a 4/4. He's
Yeah, Miranda's got a good mix of lands and spells again, but once again a little bit high curve. No 1 or 2 drops. She's got a 3-drop creature, the Hunt Master, and a 6-drop creature,
our
and then a Broken Wings to deal with some of these artifacts and flyers.
keeps a Root White Rider Fond on top. Puts the Scrap Co-work to the bottom, even though he could have tapped the Fawn for the white mana. He's now out of lands, though. It draws a C double, and not having that third land is just going to be... I mean, I guess the Fawn is helping a little bit. It doesn't even...
Although you need to have 4 lands or another island, right? The Fawn won't make blue without another land.
True. And even then, like, do you even really want to be using C double right now? You kind of want to get that extra value.
So we're scrying a land away. We've got 3 more lands in hand, and we're leaving the Sewer Witch. I didn't think a Sewer Witch would actually get cast between these two people, but these 2 decks. It looks like we're going to get one.
Offers the trade. Pretty much just has Bite Down and Frogify to back this up. And then the draw was another Mana Dork, but it's that Mere Convert.
I mean, I think that does put C double live.
It puts C double live. It's also, he can sack Witching Well now and draw some more cards.
Never mind. The Broken Wing takes it out.
She sees the mana issues, but he draws the island.
There we go. Back online.
Mightstones the Witching Well.
Oh, wow. Very aggressive here.
Yeah, I think he might want those cards, but we'll see. Maybe he's going to C double the Witching Well.
Okay, we just picked up an Annihilating Glare, which I think can be cast for 5, so might kill that Witching Well here.
Can it? So Raph's hand right now, Frogify, Bite Down, C double, and he drew the Invasion of Pyrulia.
Oh, here we go, Sewer Witch online.
Sewer Witch. Probably going to get bit down. I mean, Raph's drawn hot. Sky Strike Officer. Still stuck on lands.
Interesting. I guess this draws him a land as long as there's one on his top 3. That's actually a good...
And he's looking at land, Emoti, and turn into a pumpkin.
Keeps them all, eh? There we go.
Keeps them all. Puts Emoti on top. He can cast it next turn, cascade into turn into a pumpkin. That's going to be pretty good.
Can just swing both here.
Yeah, flips. Yeah, Raph's getting aggressive, and he's got He's got a lot to back it up. This is going to be tough for Miranda.
This battle has looked pretty great.
Yeah, he flips it so quick.
Yeah. Okay, so the 6-drop can come down this turn, buffing the rat, I guess. Uh, or could play some smaller ball stuff. She probably needs some defense. Maybe she annihilating glares. She have to sack the rat realistically for that, and then
The rat's not doing much for her. She can't attack. It can't block. But even if she plays the 6-drop, Raph just frogifies it.
yeah, I
Or
don't.
he can copy it with C double. Or you know what? He just emojis, gets that turn into a pumpkin and bounces it right back. Swings in for 9.
Oh, interesting. Is she gonna draw now? I thought she might be sacking this land, but that would have been pretty ambitious.
No, this
Yeah, so we're gonna do the 2-drop, the 3-drop, and I assume we're gonna annihilate and glare the witching well. The flipped battle has ward.
I like it. She needs to slow Raph down. Because again, next turn he's just bouncing the 2/3 and attacking while playing a Modi. I guess he could get the officer down, but I mean, you know what's on top of the deck.
Yeah, no block here, I assume.
Maybe he's gonna
It's a 4
okay.
Trampler.
Give her the chance to block first before he turned it into a pumpkin. Very on flavor for this fall weekend.
It's true. I was doing some pumpkin carving yesterday.
Oh, what'd you carve?
'Tis the season.
Was it a magic thing?
To be fair, it was the kids, and I would describe them as fairly abstract pumpkins.
Modi comes down. I doubt we'll see the cascade happen. He's got one card that can do it. C
So
double.
we've got a choice on our end here. Phyrexian Rager and draw a card. She can play the 2-drop or see what she draws. Other option is still the 6-drop, the pallbearer. 6-drop still looking pretty clunky.
Yeah, it still gets frogified.
Yeah.
And she doesn't hold up the mana to be able to save it with the Hunt Master. Oh, attacks.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
don't
about
know
that
if that's
one.
the right call. Maybe you have to do it at this point, but
Raftra's stolen by the Fae, the one way of triggering a Modi.
oh no.
You can't cast it. I
These
mean,
are
you can't cast it for 6, but he's getting there.
he can cast it for 6, right?
Well, it's XX. It's blue XX, so he needs to spend uh,
Ah,
8 mana. But he's thinking about it, so he could bounce the Huntmaster, make a bunch of 1/1s that are going to be really hard to deal with. Yeah, he could just frogify it, which, yeah, I think is really good.
well, and this leaves up the C double. And this way the C double can copy the pallbearer still
Oh my gosh.
and whatever spell she casts.
Oh no, he's gonna play the Sky Marcher. Just pressure.
Give us a show. We want to see double.
Well, I think whatever she casts is gonna be stolen by the Fae.
We've just drawn the Skyfisher Spider, which can sack a creature to kill a creature.
Okay. Okay,
So
that's great
big
actually.
swing.
Although
It's got to be.
Raph can C double it if he wants that same effect, or he has the mana to steal it. I don't know if he wants to bounce it, but it might be worth it to make a bunch of 1/1s. Where was
Well,
where
he can't afford to steal it yet because it's a 4-drop, right? Oh,
for?
there we go. Looking at that.
Oh yeah.
So this has reach, but I think you still. Oh, interesting. She's considering the 4/4. I guess the 4/4 stops the bleeding, but the Sky Strike Officer is just so powerful a card.
Yeah, it's a tough one to pick, right? Like, because you can block the officer, but that
Yeah, I
like
guess you got to think
you can't
about
block the
your outs to
4/4.
win here. Which one gives you more chances of winning this game?
All right, so draws an island. So we're looking at Stolen by the Fae. He can cast it for X5 with the Fawn, or Sea Double. Both, strong cards. So he could copy the spider, sack the Fawn, kill the spider. Not great. Can Stolen by the Fae target his own things? Can he Stolen by the Fae, like his emoji, make 5/1/1s?
I don't think so. Let's take a look.
I don't think so either. Target
I mean, he's got
creature.
to
No, it's target
save.
creature.
Yeah,
I don't know if he wants to, but I don't know. He's not doing much, and it's a sorcery. It's an instant. It's hard. Oh, he's gonna see double. Copy a spider. Okay. Killing the spider does what? Gain Miranda 4 life?
4 life. Yeah. Yeah. I think I would have saved the C double to copy whatever's incoming.
He still gets in for 4. But
Or
yeah.
does C double need a graveyard to activate both?
It needs, yeah, she needs to have like 7 or 8 cards in her graveyard for both.
So we've drawn a Prophetic Prism,
Okay.
and we have a Rager. So we have 2 card draw spells.
And she can turn, with Huntmaster, she can start blocking and sacking to make. I guess it's got trample. Can't block sack, sadly.
Yes. She can sack the Prophetic Prism, I think, with the Huntmaster. Can sack artifacts. Okay, and we drew the Adversary, which
Okay.
Raph
Which
in the
and,
Eldraine.
and it's cheaper to cast, right? She can cast it for 2.
She can cast it right now. It's
Wow.
online.
What a draw that is. So he's still got Stolen by the Fae, but she can't block flyers.
He wants to cast Stolen by the Fae for X equals 5, right? Or X equals 4 to trigger Emoti.
Yes, which he can do, I think. Yeah, he can.
There needs to be a 4 drop to target.
And now
I
there
guess the
is.
Adversary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cascade. Make 4 1
We knew this
1s.
was the key to unlocking Raph's deck.
The one
Was
card that can Cascade. Oof. Okay.
What did we get?
It's just a 1-drop.
It's a pretty good 1 drop, though. But yeah, I mean, also 4 flyers here seems
Yeah, I
pretty
mean,
convincing.
I think now you can just like start swinging. Yeah, because
Yeah.
if she takes 2, she's basically dead next turn.
Yes, has to block.
Has to block. Has to block.
Oh, she's on. She's gonna take the 4 and just pray.
I mean,
We got a skull bomb. We have the Adversary. That's it.
all right. And that's going to do it for our first round. Congrats to Rafael, and we will follow him on to round 2.